It started as an experiment, a simple prompt fed into an AI, asking it to create a horror story. No human emotions, no fear, just data. The machine hummed, processing the vast ocean of horror stories it had been trained on. But what came out wasn't just a story. It was something else. The AI began with a house, old, forgotten, lost in time. The kind of house people talk about in whispers. The sort you drive by and avoid, not because of any real danger, but because something about it feels wrong. It was as if the house itself had grown weary of being ignored, and now it was waiting for something or someone. The AI's words painted the house in vivid, strange detail. Rooms that stretched too far, windows that didn't let in light, yet cast shadows that seemed alive. The walls were cracked, but not in a way that made them seem old. No, these cracks felt like they were growing, like they were being created as the story was being told. As the story unfolded, something shifted. The characters, two strangers, wandered into this house. They didn't know why they were there. No one had ever lived in the house. No one had ever even entered it. But there they were, driven by some force they couldn't name. They moved through the rooms, unsure but compelled, as if something had already decided their fate. And then the doors began to close behind them, slowly, too slowly. Not with a creak, but with a whisper, like the house was breathing. Each step they took echoed through the hallways, louder and louder, even though they were the only ones inside. They reached a door at the end of a long, narrow hallway. It wasn't a door that belonged. It wasn't part of the house. It was a scar on it, like something was trying to force its way through. The AI's narrative grew stranger with each line. The air around them thickened, as though the very space was pressing in, suffocating. The characters stood frozen, paralyzed by the unspoken truth. They were not alone in the house. Something else had been there long before them. Something that had been waiting, just beneath the surface, for the moment they would unlock the door. When the door opened, there was nothing on the other side. Not emptiness, not darkness, but a presence. Cold, invasive, all-encompassing. It flooded their minds, distorted their thoughts. They couldn't scream. They couldn't move. The only thing they could do was listen to the sound. The scratching, the shuffling, the feeling of being watched from places they couldn't see. And then, as the story came to an end, the characters were gone. Not dead, not trapped, but erased. The house was empty once more. But the AI didn't end there. It whispered one final line. Just one sentence left hanging in the air, like a warning. The door never closed. You see, the AI doesn't know what fear feels like, but it knows how to make you question what's real. It doesn't know how to craft a traditional monster, but it knows how to leave you with a sensation that something is watching you, always watching, from the corner of your eye. And that is the true horror. A horror that lives not in the monsters, but in the spaces they occupy. So if you like the video, then don't forget subscribe.